We're recording.
Evolve.
What? You're talking right at the
Evolve.
beginning of the recording. Oh, Evolve. Okay.
Hell,
All right.
you call a dream.
Bruce, I'm on a topic now.
You're on a topic. What are you doing
Yes,
on topic?
this is a
Wait, we're recording?
Yes, we are recording. This is
Oh
going
man,
to be
I'm glad
about
I didn't shout anybody out or call anybody out.
I know. It's it's about Star Wars theory. Now, Max the hypocrite, who doesn't want to comment on other YouTubers, I will comment on this. I'm not going to attack other YouTubers on their belief system, on their, on superficial stuff, how they look,
Are they grifting?
attack things like that. And I'm not even going to use the word attack, even though I can't stand everything's an attack online now. It's so ridiculous.
I think it's criticism.
Okay, yes, I am going to criticize Star Wars theory.
Yes.
And I think his take is very entitled and idiotic. And this is what drives me crazy about the anti-SJW content. It's not censorship. The video is still live. You just don't get to always get paid for your free speech whenever there's advertisers involved.
Did you see the follow-up post?
Okay. This is the post that I saw. The censorship has begun. Basically, pay me now because YouTube is censoring me. No, YouTube is not censoring you, but they're not prioritizing you, and they're not paying you, because you know what the majority of ads that gets paid to your paycheck, Star Wars theory, is Disney Star Wars. There's so many ads. And on your specific video where you maybe went over the top on your hyperbolic takes, my criticism is he's extremely hyperbolic. It's not that bad. It's not so good that I want to die on a hill defending it either, like the Acolyte. It's not amazing. Like it's not groundbreaking like Dune was to me. It's just a good show for me right now. There is some problems with the dialogue, but
it's Star Wars.
The characters,
that's what you expect.
Well, don't cop out like that either, though, Bruce. Star Wars has been good before.
I know it's been good, but it's not like it has a history of good writing, good acting, or a solid story.
This stuff drives me insane because, if anything, you are causing, constantly wanting to get paid by advertisers, but constantly over the top hyperbolic criticism. Now, you could say, Max, that's not fair. He's giving genuine criticism. I don't believe it. I have no proof. It's just my opinion on his opinion that it's over the top, and he makes more money doing this than actually making the fan films. I haven't had any updates on the new fan films.
Would it
But this is not to you? What?
Would it make a difference to you if I knew the exact reason why this video was limited?
That's interesting, but it really doesn't make a difference to me.
Okay. Well, it was limited because
regardless, he is overly criticizing the advertisers that are mostly advertising on all his videos on YouTube. And they're not even hiding your video. It's just they gave priority the videos that this is how YouTube works. This is YouTube 101. If you want to get paid for your free speech and you want to get paid by advertisers, and this is why everyone's like, Rumble. Once advertisers get a lot of advertisers to Rumble, it's going to be the same thing. Advertisers don't want to pay for ads on videos that are over the line of criticism and hyperbolic internet BS. They don't. I wouldn't want, would you, Bruce? If you were paying for YouTube Kingdom of Nerds ads, if you paid YouTube directly,
yes,
and then you saw a bunch of content creators not giving, like, in your opinion, valid criticism of your channel that you're paying to advertise, but over the top theatrics, would you want to keep paying those videos?
Like,
no.
like any business.
Yes.
If I seen someone that was detrimental to my,
and it's not valid criticism.
Yes, it's.
And
I would pull my ads.
And do you want to? You know what, Bruce? Pull up that video that you put on Twitter. We'll show that, in my opinion, he is not giving valid criticism. He's just doing it. It's just a show. Now, some people say that it's like wrestling. If you understand what it is, and I've come to terms with that. Thank you, Brian. Brian's in my head all the time. He's being a heel like wrestling, but it's, would you want to pay for this type of low hanging fruit, not interesting content? And unfortunately does really well when men are like being silly on the internet, crying.
I don't get this whole heel thing, because he has subscribers that actually believe what he says.
Okay. Well, so bring up the video.
I'll bring up the video. I actually commented on this video.
Yeah. But I want to see the rest here. After manually reviewing this video, hi Star Wars Theory, and he's such a, oh my God, he's such a whiner. The censorship. This is not censorship. They just don't want to pay for your bad over the top theatrics. It's like a bad community theater actor. His acting is, the acting in Acolyte is not amazing, but the acting in his video, that is trash.
I don't know how many times. Okay, I don't know how many times I've seen him throw a tantrum, cry.
No. So this is trash acting. Now the acting in the Acolyte, it could use some work. The dialogue's a little rough sometimes. Like, for one thing, one of the dialogue parts in this recent episode that I thought was lame was Daphne Keene's character when she says, "You're not defined by what you lose, you're defined by what you survive." I thought there would have been a much more poetic and interesting way to say that. Like, I don't know, you're not, don't let what you lose define you. Let what you gain define you, or what you something more interesting than that. I'm not a writer, but I'm just like, that was weak. It didn't land right. And just like the power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
I was going through the writers today of the show, and there's a lot of good talent in those writers that they're using. I believe Headley only wrote the first episode.
So. I don't know. There just could have been a much more poetic and interesting way to do that writing that's lacking. Which I do feel Disney George Lucas Star Wars in the past. Some people think some of those lines are cringe. I think there's a lot of poetry in there. I like some of the lines. Okay, so here is actually dumpster fire acting, because I do not think this is genuine. I'm giving an opinion on his opinion. I don't think this came about naturally. I think this came about for funds.
Yes.
All right, play it. We can't hear. Oh, yeah, we can.
I can't wait to see what people are going to... What are people going to say to defend this? Oh, I don't know. You guys are just toxic. You just hate you're sexist. Bro, why is Keanu Mundi here? He's not supposed to be here. He would have told you right away, man. He would have...
Yes.
Now he is actually right there that Keanu.
No, he's not.
Keanu Mundi wasn't supposed to be alive during the Acolyte.
No. That wasn't canon in the movies. That was only in Legends, which was shelved. That was never said in any of the movies.
That wasn't stuff. Okay, that wasn't. Okay.
That's from Legends.
Well, I think I don't blame him for thinking he had a point there, because I understand that. I didn't think he should be alive either. I thought it was a mistake.
What people don't realize is Disney Star Wars is not Legends canon. It's not canon to Disney Star Wars unless they deem it so.
Well, was it canon when George owned when he had the prequels?
Legends was never canon.
Okay, so that was only in the books. That was not in the movies or anything.
His birthday, his age was never mentioned in the episodes 1.
Okay, so one of those like Timothy Zahn books or something had something about Keanu Mundi.
Yeah,
okay.
One of the many Legends book that actually broke canon multiple times, and people just forget that. But okay,
well, let's what I call this acting. I call this acting.
All right,
we've seen acting like this all before.
He's done it so many times.
The same guy that literally in episode 1 is like, "Oh, the Sith haven't shown up for 1,000 years." Is the same guy corroborating and keeping the shit hidden?
Now pause it there. No. Pause it there. I actually think that's intentional. Keanu Mundi is not a super bright Jedi. Things get past him a lot. Yes,
Well,
because just like he's like, this can't be a Sith. He was like in the Phantom Menace. He was doubting it then too. That's consistent with his character.
Did you watch Did you watch episode 4?
Yeah.
Last night's episode.
Yeah.
Haven't you noticed that there is this hiding stuff from the council so the rest of the galaxy doesn't look bad on Jedi?
Yes.
So I think it was hidden. Or my theory is these Jedi are not making it off this planet.
Okay. Well, I think right there though, I do actually think he has a point that if Keanu Mundi was there and he's still doubting that the Sith could exist when he experienced this, but that's not necessarily, I don't know. It looks like a Sith.
They didn't believe Qui-Gon.
No, but this is consistent with how so much stuff gets. Listen, I'm going to blow myself up here. I love the Jedi. I love George Lucas Star Wars. But if the Jedi didn't make so many mistakes, there would be no story. There would be no story if the Jedi's did. Anakin Skywalker would not have become Darth Vader, in my opinion, if it wasn't for the Jedi Council and their mistakes. So, mistakes for Keanu Mundi not recognizing that there's an evil Sith potentially is in line with his character. Now, him being there, Bruce gave the details that it wasn't really in the main line.
Yes, it was not. It hasn't been in the main line of Disney Star Wars or Lucas Star Wars. His age or his birth year were never mentioned. It was only mentioned in a book that's been shelved by Lucas himself. Lucas says Legends EU is not canon.
Mm-hmm. Now, the only dumpster fire acting I see is right here. I don't think this is being genuine. I think he's being over the top. Look at the super chats coming in. He makes a lot more money than I do. Hey, it's just you're watching a show. You're not watching genuine.
I used to like him. I used to watch him. But then he goes too far.
You know what it is? Here I am going to give my opinion on Star Wars theory. I think he started out with good intentions.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You make a lot more money doing this than theory videos. In some of the sequel stuff for theory videos, like people like Ryan Johnson had fun just doing something different because they watched all the theory videos. They like subverting people's expectations. It's harder to theorize on the sequel trilogy for some reason. So it's much easier to do this. I just think he's gone the easy road. That's all.
I don't know if you remember a few months ago before Acolyte started, when they announced the director for the next Rey movie, he brought in this psychiatrist that has never female psychiatrist that she's never watched Star Wars and said, women don't watch Star Wars. And then it started this whole campaign online because of that about women showing all their Star Wars collections and dressing up. I just think going that far just to get super chats and I'm angering the fans. I don't know.
The fans are already angry.
He was good in the beginning. He was good, but
I doubt I doubt him being genuine here. I think it's over the top for money.
So they'll play the rest of it.
Yeah, we'll play. See that walk. I guess it's possible that someone gets so upset about Keanu Mundi, but I doubt it.
I don't.
To end this out, the only dumpster fire acting I see is here from YouTubers, from social media, because it's bad. I mean, I could see people saying that it's bad or not great, but being like this triggering, I don't see how the Acolyte can make people this upset organically if you're not putting on a show for yourself and acting. That's my final opinion on
my opinion on Acolyte is it's not. Nobody says it's perfect, but it's
not good enough to stand on a hill. Die on a hill defending.
It's expanding the Star Wars lore. It's expanding the universe. It's showing different uses of the Force. It's showing different characters that's only been seen.
You know why I like Bruce so much? I'm going to do 3 reasons why the Acolyte is secretly amazing. And one of them is, for once, it's not a Jedi temple burning down and younglings getting killed on the Jedi side for your story. It's different. It's a sect, a cult.
That was a choice.
And the story is somewhere else that the Jedi were involved, but it's not all their younglings. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting. How I would be complaining through the roof if it was enough, because I think they're going to do this with the Rey story. Another building up the Jedi, something goes wrong and everyone dies on the Jedi side. I'm like, how many times have I seen this, you know?
Well, the Jedi, well, obviously the Jedi didn't fall during this time, because up until the prequel trilogy, they were thriving as a religion, cult, or whatever you want to call them. They were still in power until the Clone Wars. So I don't think anything that happens in Acolyte affects anything that's happening in the prequels or the original trilogy for me. I don't think anything has changed. Well,
this is the worst acting I've seen, and it didn't come from Disney. Now, getting back to this, it's not censorship. The advertisers don't want to pay for your video. I don't like it either. I don't like when my stuff gets demonetized. You know how often this happens, and then these big YouTubers act like they're being tortured? Yeah. If you're an actual YouTuber, this is totally, I think, exploiting.
I went what, 3 weeks? All my videos were limited. I had to review it.
I mean, that's why I say I get my panel about swearing and stuff, because it's not that I mind. It's just I want to get some ad revenue occasionally, you know. But they act like they're being sent. No, they don't want to pay for your bad acting on their product. It's subjective, but it's not. It's not. I doubt the advertisers think you're giving valid criticism and you're just putting on a show yourself. Yeah, honestly, and that's why it's limited. It's not deleted. They didn't make it off YouTube. They didn't delete your channel. You know, which I don't want to have to happen to anyone.
No,
but,
nobody's channel should be deleted.
See, look, their video remains playable and is still eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Premium. See,
it's not censored.
This is not censorship. See, look, and we stand with theory, not tyranny. Oh my God, they didn't want to pay for your video. They didn't want to pay for your bad acting. That's all. That's all. Okay, that's all I have to say. I think this is idiotic, and I mean, I think your Star Wars Theories viewers should be warned, honestly, that I think he's exploiting you. He's not being censored. He didn't get paid 100% for his video. That's bad acting and over the top.
Not very sincere.
People, Degrassi, our friend Degrassi, kind of said the age of critics is done on the internet. Is he really a critic? Do you put him up there with Siskel and Ebert? No, it's something else. I think we could at least say that. It's not. This isn't the real. This isn't real criticism. Sorry.
Yeah, you ask any
actress.
Ask any average person on the street who Star Wars theory is, they'd be like, "Who? Who?"
No, he's done good. He created something. I give him. I love this fan film. I want to see him bring Mason. You know. All right, that's my final thoughts on that. Anything to close it out, Bruce, on Star Wars Theory? Theatrics, bad acting.
I used to really enjoy his content, and I wish he would just go back to being the person he was before all of this bad acting and anti-SJW crap.
Well, it does. I will be real. It does bring in a lot of money. It does. I just can't stomach it.
You think if he had a change of heart, he would lose his subscribers, or no? Or they'll stay with him?
No, they'll stay. They'll stay with them.
If he had a change of heart and was positive about Star Wars,
I don't even think he needs to be positive. It's just not. It's just like I said. I view it as over the top bad acting. You know. And honestly, you don't get it. We're only commenting on it because this is the problem. This is why we're commenting on it. You don't really comment or react to someone unless they're being ridiculous. Like if he was being genuine criticism, will we be talking about it? No. So I mean that's the problem with social media.
I would like to think we would, because we do
I'll
enjoy
admit
Grace
right here,
Randolph.
100%. I probably
We
wouldn't
do
react to
enjoy
this.
Grace Randolph and Campia, and I don't agree with everything they say, but I enjoy their honest
enjoy
reviews.
reacting more when they're ridiculous.
I know you do,
So.
but that's you.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video. Thank you very much, and good night.
Actually, I'm going to title. Yeah, you already ended it, but I'm going to title it. The only bad acting is Star Wars Theory, not the Acolyte. And see how many people react to that. Why? See, that's a great title for video.
The only bad acting is Star Wars
Theory. Is Star Wars Theory, not the Acolyte.
Now I need to make a thumbnail.